Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Troy Allen Galat. Welcome to Trigger Time TV, brought to you by Crossbreed Holsters. To start off today's show, Steve Fisher is going to be joined by Murray of Crossbreed Holsters. They're going to be talking about RMRs and mini red dots on pistols.
Hey guys, Steve Fisher from Sentinel Concepts here. Today I'm talking with Murray from Crossbreed Holsters. We talk a little bit about red dots on pistols and holster development and kind of where they're coming along with things. Murray, glad to have you here, bro.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Hey, you know, the trend in the industry that has been so far for the past, 10 years, let's call it, even though we know red dot development has been on pistols since about, well, competitive days going back to the, as far as I know, late 80s. But now obviously technology has caught up with them. They've become smaller, they've become more compact, more ruggedized, and we're starting to see a lot of people carry them on their daily carry guns and duty guns, law enforcement, military, just day-to-day average carry person. The thing that a lot of people bring up to me over the time is, I need a good inside the waistband holster for carry, for deep concealment that's allowing me to carry a full-size gun with a red dot, maybe even a weapons mounted light. And, it's something your company hasn't approached yet or really, brought to market. Is that changing as you're seeing the trend change in the industry?
Absolutely. This year there were several pistols released with red dots on it, and that is what we are seeing as a trend in the market as well. From factory pistols is red dot mounted pistols. Also, it's always been a standard for especially law enforcement to have weapon mounted lights on their pistols. Most officers don't want to take their light off at the end of the day and to put it in their holster. They want to leave it on. They want to be able to carry both those together. Red dots are the same way. The trend of the market is going even for concealment pistols to have red dots on them because it's a faster way to acquire your sight.
Yeah, well, we understand with the red dots kind of like how they kind of originated going from, hunting guns to carbines and law enforcement, military operations, gaming community to the average homeowner, the guy who's a hobbyist, or, any of those things, doesn't really matter. But now we're seeing on the pistols as a kind of a standard. Smith & Wesson had their variation come out in the core. Glock has come out with their new optics mounted slide and pistols, ready pistols. There's been a million guys in the industry in the marketplace that have had them, aftermarket mounts and been milling them into their receivers or the slides of the guns. And what we're finding is that obviously as we start to age, the eyes get older, or we have people with cross dominance issues, it's really where the red dot starts to shine. Also that they have, the ability to carry a compact or subcompact gun with a red dot on them because you don't need the sight radius any longer, because you have one focal point, one aiming reference. And it is a standard, and it's something that a lot of manufacturers are starting to realize, your company as well and yourself, that these are the things that we need to start tackling to make it easier, more convenient, more accessible, more concealability out of them.
Absolutely.
What are you guys talking timeline, time frame wise on these? What are people should be looking for from you guys?
Hopefully this year, that's something hopefully by the end of the year that we can work on. Trade show season is coming to a wrap, so now more development stuff can come out, for the next trade show season that starts beginning of next year, just to see. It does take some time to, clearance issues with different models. There still are a lot of people that are mounting them, in custom locations, like you said, where they're doing them right in front of the sight, but other people are also mounting them right behind the ejection port. And we've also seen some where people are mounting them in front of the ejection port and things like that. Just the holster wise aren't going to develop for those aftermarket ones that just aren't in a standard location. But the standard ones, that most people put where they're co-witnessing with their suppressor sights or their red dot sights, that's a project we're currently working on.
Yeah. Weapon lights is kind of another, touchy subject, God forbid, that you should have a light on your gun. When you need it the most is generally you want that light on the gun. Most people are like, oh, you're going to be pushing, you're going to be presenting a gun, you're going to be pointing it at somebody, and you're going to be using this light to identify them. Well, that's kind of the thing. If they're, within a realm where they're going to cause you harm, that you need to have positive identification, that gun at some point in time is going to be pointed at somebody or someone that needs it pointed at them. It's not always a, oh my God, you shouldn't have this on there. And so you guys are actually starting to tackle that, which is a good thing that that I like to see, because I'm a big proponent of weapon-mounted lights, especially on handguns. They're a must, they're a need, especially if you're down to one hand, controlling somebody, opening doors, whatever that case may be. And I'm glad to see your company coming out with that and starting to progress and follow through, you know, with what the consumer needs are. It was great having you here, man. I appreciate the insight and the info. We're really looking forward to seeing what's coming down the market from you guys. It's exciting because you guys have got a great mixture of stuff, you know, between leather and Kydex. Appreciate having you here, bud.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, make sure you check out Crossbreed Holsters. Take a look at their upcoming lineup for the new season.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Crossbreed Holsters, Troy Industries, Troy Defense, Streamlight, Bravo Company USA, Nemo Arms, Lucid Optics, Drago Gear, Trigger Tech, Primary Weapon Systems, EOTech, Mayflower Research and Consulting, Wiley X, and Summit Ammunition.